YouTube, what's going on? It's your boy Trix, and we're back at it again today. This time, I'm excited to share a very fun, competitive deck that I came up with on my own after I picked up a third copy of this bad boy right here. Gamushara. I think that's how you pronounce it. You know what? If that isn't how you pronounce it, whatever. It is what it is. This guy right here. Let's talk about this card in particular, then I'll talk about choices of monsters that I put in the deck to work with this card, and then I'll share some replays with you guys as always. So let's take a look at it. When a defense position monster you control is targeted for an attack, change that defensive position monster to face-up attack position. Then if the attacking monster is destroyed by battle and sent to the graveyard, inflict damage to your opponent equal to that monster's original attack in the graveyard. So I haven't really seen much use for this card at all in most decks, from what I've seen anyway. And now it's a very niche card, but let me just say that it is actually the effect is really good. When I first started using it with this deck, I wasn't expecting too much out of it, but it catches people off guard, especially when they're getting aggressive with you, because you can activate it, and if they attack into your Panther Warrior, which is 2200 attack with Sogan on the field, mind you, their monster gets destroyed, and they take that damage to their own life points. So, very powerful effect. So, I found a use for Gamushara, and I found a use for Panther Warrior, because it's a very powerful card, but it has kind of a weak effect. You have to, when it declares an attack, you have to tribute a monster. That's when you're attacking. It doesn't say anything about monsters attacking into you. So it's still a heavy body to have on the field to protect your life points with. And it pairs up really well with this bad boy. So I have 3 copies of Gamushara in here. I have 3 copies of Panther Warrior. Another strong card that I highly recommend in this deck is Leotar, because it's a 2200 beater, because most monsters that you're going to be battling against are effect monsters, and this card, when it battles a non-normal monster, gains 500 attack during the damage step only. So, again, you put this in face down defensive position, someone attacks into you, you pop your Gamushara, their monster gets destroyed, plus they take damage to their life points. So you guys can kind of see how well it works, and this deck has OTK potential, which I wish I could share with you guys, but after the update, all my replays got deleted, so I had to get more replays, and I do believe I have one to share with you anyway. Freedom Matchless General is in here because a lot of decks I were running into were using Hazies. So he has a 2500 attack with Sogan, 2300 base, and he negates spell cards. So that's enemy controller and soul exchange and things of that sort. So he's in here. He's like the boss monster of the deck. I only recommend using one. Of course, we have Exarion Universe. You guys can pause the video and take a look at what it does, but as 2100 defense with Sogan, 2000 attack, you can see why I use it. And Blue Flame Swordsman I have in here because it's a 2k beater with Sogan, and it pumps up our Freed the Matchless General when we need it to. A couple of DD Warriors in here just to have a little extra defense. I actually value having 2 DD Warriors in this deck, but you can put 1 in. And let's talk about cards to take out your back row so you can maximize some OTK potential. I have 2 copies of Nobleman of Extermination, 1 copy of Double Cyclone. I really like Double Cyclone. I wish I had 2 copies, because when it's the end of your opponent's turn, say you have Double Cyclone set on the field, they have a back row or a couple cards in the back row, you can chain Double Cyclone. They don't get to activate their card because it's the end of their turn. Chain it with Sogan to take out their back row. So you can kind of see how that works. A lot of synergy, right? And Fire Formation Gyoku to lock down your opponent's back row. Plus, we get a boosted 100 attack for our Panther Warrior, Leotar, and our Exarion. So, the synergy in this deck, it's really nice. And like I said, I surprised myself how well I did on the ladder with it. I went from Plat 1 to Plat 3, and that's where I'm at right now. Now, if you don't have Curse of Anubis, put in a Windstorm. That's another solid card you can add into this deck. If you don't have 3 Leotar, I'll just give a recommendation right here. So let's just pull it up. Good old Grandmaster Sasuke. You can add 3 copies of this in here, but I value having that Leotar instead. Alright, let's just take a look at the replays. I'll show you guys how it works. But, like, the inspiration behind this deck really came from me not being able to use my super rare ticket on anything that I really valued. I have most of the super rare cards, but I was like, you know what? Let me just pick up another Gamushara and see what I can do with it. And it puts in a lot of work, let me say that. Okay, so we're going up against the Kaiba. He has a 27 card deck. I was like, oh man, how am I gonna deal with this? So not bad. We didn't start off with any back row, so I'm just gonna set the Exarion. He's gonna try and use his Twin Barrel Dragon on me. It doesn't work though. And I decide to attack into him anyway, regardless if he had a back row card or not. And attack into him. He ends up popping a golden apple. And then a wall disruption. I was like, oh, you know what? Kind of in a bad spot here, but still hold on to it. Don't give up just yet. Might be able to pull this duel back. So I pick up a DD Warrior. I set that in face down defensive position. He flips over a Bubonic Vermin and gets out a... Which card is this? Is this Senju? No, it's Sanga. So it's one of the Gate Guardian monsters. Attacks into me, takes out my Leotar. That was a very good pickup. I ended up picking up a DD Warrior. We take out a Sanga, take it off the field. I pick up a Nobleman and take out Michizure that he had set in his back row. We have Gamushara and we have our Panther Warrior combo on the field. I decided to not get aggressive, and I didn't want to sacrifice a monster just to attack with Panther Warrior. He ends up taking out the Gamushara here with his Dice Foon because he rolled a 3. I sack off my Panther Warrior for my General Freed. And enemy controller doesn't work on it, so that's why I really like having Freed in this deck. Even 1 copy works out very well. Attacks into me, takes out my Panther Warrior. He had a back row, but I wasn't very hesitant about attacking into him. I figured, why not at this point, just attack into him and see if it goes through. Pick up another Panther Warrior. Pick up my second Nobleman. And take out that enemy controller. He tries using it, but of course we negate it. And there you go. Attack into him with General Freed. And then we tribute off the Freed to attack him with the Panther Warrior. But yeah, I mean, I don't know how well this deck would do in Legend, but it served me pretty well in Platinum. And like I said, I wasn't expecting to climb any ranks with it. I just came up with a fun concept deck. I was like, well, you know what cards could I make to use Gamushara with and Panther Warrior? And I came up with this beauty of a deck. Going up against another Kaiba, he's using Peak Performance. That's okay. So we didn't start off with the Gamushara, that's fine. We have that Swordsman on the field. And he summons this Mirage Dragon that actually stops us from activating our trap cards in the battle phase. But I had 2 Noblemans in hand, so we're going to take out his back row. There we go. And I decide to sack off the Swordsman for my General. Now, I was a little worried here because usually when they pop the effect, they're going to tribute off the Totem Dragon for a bigger dragon. But he didn't have it, so I decided to Chain Cyclone, take out his back row, summon my DD Warrior, attack into him. He takes another 2300 damage. He ends up giving up. He's seen the end in sight. He said, nah, I'm out of here. Tricks, he got me. He got me this time. But another thing too, you don't have to have Flame Swordsman in here because it only works in synergy with General Freed and DD Warrior, because you can only use boost the 600 attack with a warrior type monster. It can't be a beast warrior type. So keep that in mind. I think that if you didn't want to use Blue Flame Swordsman, you could use Grandmaster Sasuke would be a solid choice. So there we go. We got the combo on the board. Attacks into us. I pop it. You take 700 life points of damage plus 1500 because of Gamushara. And there you go. He's already at 1800 life points. We pick up the Exarion. Bam. There you go. He was finished. Done. Finito. Couldn't do nothing. Alright, we're going to go up against Jade and Yuki. But that's the beauty of this deck. And now, I'm not saying that Gamushara is like a end-all, be-all card, but it's super fun to get the effect off. And I ended up getting it off more so than I thought I would have. But you can only save 5 replays, so I'm showing you guys these ones. Like I said, the other replays got deleted. I don't know why, but I ended up looking in the message box and was saying they had to delete the dual log for something after the update got messed up. So he has a Windstorm, that's fine. Puts our Leotard into defense position. We're going to attack into him again. He has the Legion of the Fiend Jester. Picks up a Dark Magician. Ooh. I was kind of worried here, because I didn't know what he is working with. I decided to get out General Freed to have, you know, a little bit of a big boy on the field. He activates Fusion Time. So I decided to use General Freed's second effect, where in your draw phase, you can pick up a warrior type monster from your deck. I did that and he had a wall disruption and basically just shut me down. I had nothing to do after that. And then this duel in particular, the reason why I saved it is because, look, we're just ending turns left and right, not knowing what to do. Like, I couldn't do anything, right? I couldn't summon another monster, so it kind of took a strange turn because we're just going back and forth, and I thought he was just going to deck me out. But then he started getting a little aggressive. So I take out one of his back row with Nobleman. I chain my double Cyclone with a Gamushara that I couldn't use. Take out another back row. It happened to be a Red Eye Spirit. But that's fine. We had DD Warrior, so I'm going to clear my board anyway. So we attacked into him. He gets a Dark Paladin on the field. And he has a Mirage Dragon. I can't activate any trap cards in the battle phase. So I thought pretty much at this point, I was like, this is going to be a loss, Tricks. It's going to be a loss, but I ended up picking up Panther Warrior, getting him on the field. He attacks into me anyway. And I have a Gamushara on the field. So he flips this card over, puts Big Bang Shot onto it. Thankfully, he attacks into my DD Warrior. Take out that Dark Paladin. I use my Gyoku to lock down his back row. He chains a Wild Tornado. Smart move by him, because he can actually take my Gyoku off the field. Boom! Gamushara, flip my Leotard up. Just be patient. He attacked into me, and that's it. He took too much life point damage. End of the duel. Right, that's what I love about these card combos in this deck. Works out very well. Alright, last one of the day here. Last replay. I hope you guys try this deck out for yourself if you have the cards. I'm pretty sure you'll have a lot of fun playing it. I know I have. That's why I was excited to share this deck with you guys, because it's something a little new, something a little fresh, instead of the same old decks in the meta that we have right now. Alright, so he activates his restart. I have no clue what he's playing. I decided to just set that Panther Warrior on the field. He's playing a clown deck. in 2018. This guy, he has it going on. And I choose the wrong card to target with my Nobleman because he actually still gets to pop his effect off. That's fine. We have 2 Gyoku in hand. Lock down both of his back row. Summon the Swordsman. Take out his Dream Clown. And then I was like, oh, he has another clown and he set a card in the back row. I was kind of worried about that card he set because I wasn't too sure what it was. We pick up a Leotard, attack into him. Big Shield Gardna. That's okay because it gets flipped to attack position after you attack into it. That was it. I'm not too sure what the other card was. I didn't check the log. What he set in the back row. There was a delay, which was kind of weird because I thought he was going to activate it, but he didn't end up activating it at all. So, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, leave a like on the video and stay tuned for more videos coming your guys' way. If you're new to the channel, make sure you hit that subscribe button. And as always, we'll see you in the next video.